quick video of a Fays2 Watts link recently installed on a 2000 Camaro Z28. Just got everything bolted up and torqued down to specifications. Actually, the hardest part, I would say, was just getting, these brake lines are actually, they have clips that attach to the axle, so I just got a chisel, broke the mount off, and then very carefully bent the brake line up so that it's out of the way. I don't know if you can see that. It's up on top, so I'm just going to get a zip line and secure that. And then also, the sway bar is totally loose right now, so I could torque everything. But I called Jim Fays and got some spacers and some longer brackets, U-brackets, to lower the sway bar so that when it's up and in position, it'll clear the mount, axle tube mounts. Let's see. Also, the two important, and then also over here you have a brake line you want to move out of the way so that you can get your axle tube mounts on. So you want this one on the driver's side about 9 o'clock position, on the passenger side about 4 o'clock position, and then the two important things in the manual, it states to make sure your bars are parallel with the axle. So you get your level, and I was able to get to about a point, let's see, about a 0.4, and visually the little bubble is approximately in the center. When you start tightening things, it moves around a little bit. So I got it as close as I could, and then same thing on the driver's side, which I got really close. So 0.1, and that's, you can see the bubble is in the center, so it's parallel with the axle. And also the lengths of the bars, very important. So 14 inches end to end. There's a slight variation, but not much. So I'm hoping that's not going to make a big difference. So I've got everything torqued. Some of the bolts I had to torque a little bit out of sequence because I couldn't get my torque wrench. For example, this particular bolt, the exhaust is in the way, so I torqued this one first, and then got everything positioned and torqued the rest of the bolts. So 100-pound foot for pretty much everything except the axle tube bolts, which are 80, 100 here on the propeller. So, and then your jam nuts, I think those, and this is reverse thread. When I took this thing apart, that was, I was actually tightening it. So the gold is reverse thread, just so you know when you start assembling everything. Or, and then also, let's see what else. So you can see when the actual suspension moves, everything goes up and down. There's no binding. And when the jam nuts are loosened, you should be able to twist the bar without a lot of resistance, and so it does twist. I mean, it's not going to spin freely, but I was able to move it without a lot of force. So that's pretty much it. It wasn't too difficult. Just getting the necessary parts, making sure you can get your torque wrench up there and torque everything properly, and and then also your propeller. The bottom should be between 6 and 7, which it is, and then the top, of course, will be between 12 and 1. And these bolts here on the propeller, these are 100 foot-pounds as well. So I actually torqued those while it was out of the car. And then you have your little rubber O-rings in the middle here, over your rod ends, and so get those torqued out of the car. It's much easier to 100 foot-pounds. The center bolt in the propeller is also 100 foot-pounds. And so that's pretty much it. and get my sway bar bolted back up. And then I would also suggest to put some marks right here on the sides of the axle tube mounts to make sure there's no movement. So everything's tight, ready to go, and I'm ready to take it out. So I'll probably post another video, see how first impressions were on this Fays2 Watts link. So, all right.